Greetings, members one and all of the Salivation Nation. It is Friday night, and we are on schedule for a scammer. Hello? Hello?
Yes, hi, my name is Frank with the National Healthcare Benefits Exchange. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you? Frank? Hello? I'm doing good. Good.
Okay, so the reason for my call is to provide you with some excellent health plan options, and most are very low cost, or in most cases, at no cost to you whatsoever. And the reason we can offer these plans is we are the only provider that can access these special plans through the state insurance exchange. And these are full coverage plans, and you will qualify regardless of any health conditions. However, you must be over the age of 18, and you must be under the age of 65. So I just need to ask you, how old are you at this time?
60.
Okay, perfect. So are you currently covered by Medicaid or Medicare at this time?
No.
Okay, last question. Now, do you make less than $50,000 a year in income?
Yes.
Perfect. So I'm going to need to get this information to you pretty quickly here so you have the opportunity to make enrollment in time, as the window for open enrollment will soon close here. I'm going to bring on our benefits specialist who's going to provide you with your options. So just give me one moment to bring the benefits specialist on. Here we go.
Come on. Come on. Do it. Hello. Hello. Dang it. It hung up on me. All that way to such wordiness for the stupid automated voice thing. Oh well. C'est la vie. All right. Well, how's everybody doing? Good to see you. Welcome. Greetings, members one and all. It is Friday night as I report to you from behind this plastic microphonic device. Probably just as well we're having more scammers that are supposed to be calling us at 6:15. But in the meantime, we're going to go through some comments here. We've got Safdin Hussein, who says, these are the reasons why he stacks from the video from this morning. He says, savings, fund, retirement fund. And if I don't need it, I pass it to my kids. Started a year ago with silver, then sold it all and switched to only gold. And he's originally from Egypt. So that's great. Wow. The pharaohs value gold more than silver. Today, world banks still hold gold, not silver. It's safe to say that gold cannot be manipulated as much as silver. Too many risks associated with silver. Silver takes too much space versus gold, which takes up less space, less weight, more valuable, and more stable. Well, thank you, Selfadine. I appreciate you your thoughts on that and the reasons why you stack. Although I will make an argument that the pharaohs valued gold more than silver because silver really wasn't around in ancient Egypt. In fact, silver was considered equal to gold in terms of value whenever they did find it. But it just was not around much then. But very good. All right. Nice. Let's see here. Silver Wolverine identifies as number 1. All right. Nice. Let's see here. All right. Good to see. Welcome, everybody. Glad you all are here tonight. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. Get a discount, insurance discount if you sell silver depository. If we would have gotten that far, I would have done that. Good to see Ted Jones. Good to see JD. Welcome, one and all. We got a lot to cover tonight in a short amount of time. We're going to try to go through some of this. I appreciate you guys being here. Terry Holmes says here on this video about the question I posed this morning. Stacking is, for me, an enjoyable hobby, a way to really hold wealth. Afterwards, there are many routes to consider in stacking. Generational wealth, savings of real money, and even teaching others and making money about stacking on YouTube, to say the least. That's right. There you go. Good reasons. Thank you, Terry. Yes, indeed. Hello, Jimmy J. Good to see you. JM Unleashed is here. Dale Val is here. Good to see you guys. A good crowd out of the starting gate. I appreciate you all joining me here. John says, why do I buy cars, boats, businesses, and house and life insurance? You are welcome. I don't know. I was asking you the question why you stack silver and gold, not cars, boats, businesses, house, and life insurance. Um, Alan says, let's see here. He says, initially, I had no idea what gold and silver was when I was a kid. There was so much paper money everywhere. Until I understand the history and its value, especially the store of wealth to combat any situation such as SHTF, I will give us a sense of financial security and confidence to ensure the survival if anything goes wrong within the financial world. It's not just an asset. It is God's money. Many thousands of years of history proven to be transact without being tracked. 100% ownership, I'm stacking it because I understand how valuable it is. There you go. Well said, Alan. Well said. Good to see you guys. Welcome. Good to see Donovan Robbins. Coffee for one more hour. Then it's Miller time for him. Yes, indeed. We got our coffee here, and so good to see you. Silver Patriot FGNS is here with us. Good to see you. We've got Way Deep Inside. Richard Metcalf. Lars is here. Dale Val is here too. Appreciate all of you guys for being here tonight as we march on through. We've got Glute Master here. Comes in and says, I stack silver and gold because they cannot be tracked by CBDCs. The only way to buy and sell privately for used goods from others without being tracked by the IRS and then being taxed for it is with precious metals, and the government doesn't know what I have. That's right, exactly. So Wolverine did the crack out. That's right. He's going to do a video. He's posting it sometime. I forget when it is, but I saw the notification for that. Very good. Welcome. Good to see you. Baby Brahma Mama, welcome. Good to see you. Glad you're here. Honig says here, I stack to preserve wealth and to have it outside the system. I don't want to support this sick system we live in. The other thing, once you feel the gold and silver, see it, it is so beautiful. It is. That's right. It sure is. Chuck Caldul says, I stack because if the dollar fails, then I will have barter tokens as a way to purchase other currency if needed. There you go. That's definitely a good, it's a way to be able to trade and barter outside of the current system and the banking system. That's right. And I think, and once we see more and more tightening with ESG and stuff tied with these corporations and big banks are doing, I think you're going to see more and more people transact. That's why things like the gold back could very well take off and become a whole lot more popular. And let's see here. Let's march ahead here. This one, Deep Silver. I look at silver and gold as insurance for my money. I have insurance on my car and my home, so why wouldn't I have insurance on my money by investing in precious metals? Another great video. That's exactly right, Deep Silver. That's a great way to look at it as insurance. Very good. Chuck and Plata is here. Welcome. Good to see you. Common Sense is here as well as High Plains Drifter. Welcome. Appreciate you guys being here with me tonight. Yes, indeed, as we march ahead to the next comment. Robert Richardson says here, and I quote, let me get back over here. He says, baby boomerang retiring in big numbers. Not enough people to fill all jobs. People that are getting laid off are filling leisure jobs. People are taking second jobs to support their incomes. So why why does the Fed continue to try and break unemployment? Idiots, yes. Definitely good reasons. All right, JD is trying to think of his changes his name. All right, Woof Art Ed. There you go. I like that name. That's cool. All right. There you go. Good job, Silver Wolverine. Hello, Brian Maurer. Good to see you. Toshio Ikeen. Good to see you. Been a while since we've seen Toshio Ikeen. Says the following. Hope, man. Mostly hope. Hope for a better and more secure future for self and family. I like that. There you go. Definitely a good thing to hope for. All right. Very good. Now let us move up to the next comment. Let's see here. We've got 213th AIB. I went to school with basic arithmetic was still taught. I know how to add, subtract, multiply, and divide. Thus, I understand the current financial system based off intangibles is at best a mental exercise and it's unsustainable in reality. The necessities of life must be paid for through labor and or money. Gold and silver are money. Paper is not. I need money. This, I need gold and silver. I started in earnest after 2008 when it becomes clear that the elites and the bankers had no intention of correcting a failing system. Yes, indeed. Yeah, all right. Good post. You're exactly right. Exactly right. Kyle the caregiver. This is why I stack gold. I recycle copper into cash and I buy silver. When I have enough silver, I use it to buy gold. There you go. Alchemy. Through the trifecta alchemy situation. All right, very good. Thank you so much, El Nino. Welcome. Welcome. Glad you're here. And good to see Cyber Curtain Twitcher is here. Welcome, CCT. Richard Metcalf says, I started stacking because my wife, hold on a second, let me put this here. Started stacking because my wife liked to spend money, and it was the only way I could save. Started about the same time as you, Sal. It wasn't the best time to start, so I quickly learned smart dollar cost averaging. I've been stacking ever since. Well, way to go, Richard. Way to go indeed. Thank you, Nan XX. Good to see you. Appreciate it. Finding Kino is here as well. Thank you so much for the like button smash. We've got just under half of those that are watching right now who have pressed it. Maybe we'll get more. Kevin K. And I asked the question. I want to know what you guys think. This video did not get very many views. I was hoping to help engage, but I appreciate those who did watch and take time to with their answers. Initially, I stuck with silver only because I believe it to be undervalued, and one can trade it for the ratio where to tighten. But it occurred to me that in the environment where many are trading for gold, gold becomes relatively scarce. So I decided it's very logical to have both. I'd even have to have platinum eventually, because all the metals tend to vary as to which is performing better. If when we have a liquidation event, I'd hate to sell either below its true value. By diversifying, one lowers that potential. I read that platinum tends to do well in a strong economy. Someone could say, well, it's undervalued right now. Some people believe platinum is more rare than gold in the Earth's crust. I think it is. It definitely is more rare. Production yields. Here we go. We have another scammer, but good call. Here we go. Hello?
Hey, Charles. It's Tegan.
Hi, Tegan. How are you doing, sir?
Doing good. I'm doing
Wonderful.
good. How about yourself?
I am fair to Midland, Texas.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Actually, my lending manager's on his way to Midland, Texas as well.
Wonderful. Tell him all I said hello. That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
That's great. Very nice. Have you ever, Tegan, have you ever thought about getting a nice big slice of a COMEX bar?
I can't say I have.
Well, you would love it. It would make you just drool to see one of these COMEX bars, a 24-ounce bar specifically, that's been sliced off of a contract-sized silver bar that weighs 1,000 ounces. That's 72 pounds. That's 72 pounds in your hands.
That's crazy. I can't even imagine that.
But if you take a slice of it, a 24-ounce slice, that's pretty sweet. You know, take something home with you that was stored at the COMEX up there in Chicago.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. So, tell me a little bit about what you do, Charles.
Well, I have a business where we're inventing a product that will help people in their nether regions, specifically the anal region, because it's a silver suppository business. And what this is we take the silver, the metal that I just described to you earlier, and we break it down to the molecular and atomic level and inject it with other medicines, and we inject it in a suppository form to help with cleansing the rectal region.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. So what?
It provides a great health benefit. Yeah, go ahead.
I'm genuinely, curious because I've never heard of anything like this, and I've never worked with a business that does anything.
Well, this is a new thing. This is a new thing now. The business has been around for 14 years, so this is a new initiative that we need the fundage for, and we want to make people's lives better. And what better way than through silver up the rear? I mean, literally.
It's crazy to me because I've never really thought that silver could be used in any sort of suppository manner.
Well, you've heard of people depositing silver in vaults around the world, but we want to supposit them in a different way to help you with your health. You know what I'm saying? Because silver is an antimicrobial. You did realize that, correct?
No, I really don't know a lot about metalworking. My grandfather does, but not really in the sense that I feel like you would know, because I feel like you know more of the science behind it. He was just a old blacksmith kind of guy. He made knives.
Yeah, no, this is fine. This is more. See, silver's called the white metal, so you could call it whitesmithing. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because we're not racist or anything like that. And there's nothing wrong with blacksmithing. There's nothing wrong with whitesmithing. So when you work with silver, it's whitesmithing, and so we take this stuff and we just do it. But I've got a lot of people that are interested in it. In fact, there's been an advertisements already. Some slogans that have come around, like this one from Lars. Remember, kids, get your salivating silver suppositories. I don't know. It's kind of crazy, but I don't know. But I think it's got some potential, and I think it will do well. But we got to go through the R&D stage. We got to go through the old FDA, which should be a breeze, because usually federal agencies are very easy to work with, and they will. It's a pretty quick process how efficient they are.
Really?
Yeah. I know that may be breaking news to some out there, but yes, the federal government, especially with this administration, is extremely efficient, and they've got it down to a science. I mean, just ask the former doctor who split there not too long ago. But I digress.
Interesting. I mean, I'm Army, so
Okay.
my personal opinion on government programs and agencies is typically pretty slow. But I've never worked with the FDA, so it might be an entirely different process.
Yeah, well, you never can. At least that's my hope. Maybe I'm just on the avenue of wishful thinking. Maybe that's maybe the power of positive thinking will make it happen and make it so. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, I'm gonna, I believe I'm in such a believer of the power of positive thinking, not positive peeing. I just want to say a lot of P words at the same time to make it sound more punchy and powerful and punctual and plutonious. But here's what I'm thinking. If I think positively enough, then I'm going to just will it in my head that you will PayPal friends and family 250 grand to my account, and then I'll just have this money free and clear to pursue my dream of silver suppositories. You think that'll work? Any chance?
Well, I don't know about friends and family sending you $250,000.
No.
Believe me, if you're working that angle, please put my name down in the roster as well.
Well, your name would be in the roster because you would be sending it to me via PayPal, the friends and family option, because you're a friend, and unless I marry a relative of yours, we're not family yet. But I'm leaving all options open on the table for that. Okay.
Charles, you're a hell of a salesman, my friend.
That's what she said, but not in those exact terms.
Well, I'll tell you what. So let's see what we can do to get you some money, because it's an interesting new concept to me. I've never heard of a silver suppository before, but that's something new. And we work with all sorts of different businesses and agencies. And so if you need funding, I bet I could help you out. Let me ask you a couple questions here, and let's see what we can do for you.
All right.
Question one, would be you get the $250,000 that you're looking for. What would be the first thing you would apply it
to my rear end.
So specifically, I'm assuming the suppository material, the production, and all that kind of stuff.
Yep, we got to get the silver, and silver is actually up today. It's up fairly dramatically. I'm looking at the markets right now. They're closed. Silver closed at $23.92. So it's up over 2.5%. So we are going to probably wait for another dip, and likely it'll probably dip again. And so we want silver to dip so that we can take it and dip it in the other way. If you follow me.
I think I'm getting the gist. Yes, sir.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. So that's absolutely doable. What sort of revenue do you guys see per month already?
We're yanking in about $120,000 a month.
Wow. Okay, $120,000 a month. That's pretty good. So you get this $250,000. You basically get the materials and stuff that you need. Say you go through the whole process and everything, and you start producing this item after it gets approved by the FDA. How much more money do you think you'll make per month on top of the 100?
Oh, if we get this thing out and rolling and we get the right people to market it, like Silver Wolverine, if we can get people to market it in just the correct way, oh, I think we're talking about $750,000 profit.
Per month?
Oh, not necessarily per month. Maybe divide that in half. That's in 2 months.
Okay. No, that's great. So, once you get all this money and the production starts rolling out and your revenue increases, what do you plan on doing after that? Do you have any plans to just reinvest back into the business? Are you gonna work on different projects? What's kind of your game
I
plan?
could corner the gold back market and take all the gold backs out of circulation and never talk about them again. That could
Yeah,
do that, but there's silverbacks starting to come out now too. So, but no, I think probably what I would do is I would just, I would milk this for all it's worth, and then I would just move on to the next stage and take this to the next level. Because again, we're talking about the power of positive thinking, and I'm a strong believer in that. Screw being realistic about things. I think we need to be just powerful players of positivity.
I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. I think that you'll really enjoy getting to work with my lending manager, Brandon. You'll be talking to him at
Let's
some
go,
point in time
Brandon. All
during
right. Nice.
you'll be communicating with him pretty frequently throughout this process. He's one of our primary guys in the underwriting process, so I'm
Sweet
sure that you'll
home,
touch base with him.
Pennsylvania. Nice.
Absolutely. So let's go ahead and do this. I've got an email on file here for you. It's live47@aol.com. Is that the best email for you? Is there one better?
Yeah, ye47@aol.com. The 47 is the atomic number for silver. You got it.
That's interesting. Okay, cool. So
that means I'm too legit to quit, right? I mean, I'm all about it. I'm all about it.
That's awesome. Man, you're a wealth of knowledge on silver. That's awesome. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm thinking that.
Did you know? Here's another little trivia about silver. Did you know that 1 troy ounce of silver weighs more than 1 regular ounce of silver?
What's the difference between a troy ounce and a regular ounce?
Well, that regular ounce is avodoporous. That's AVDP, and that is 28 grams, and a troy ounce is 31.1 grams.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
You can tell that to your family over the weekend and impress them with that knowledge. Now, I will. Now, here's something else. This is going to really blow your mind. You can really blow the mind of the folks around you by telling them this. And now listen very closely, because this is something you're going to want to remember.
Okay.
I'm going to whisper it, so that means you have to listen intently. Here we go. Silver is shiny.
Silver is shiny.
You said it. Now I want you to say it 3 times as loud as you just did. I'm gonna put my head away because I want to hear you shout it from the mountaintops, even though you're on level ground. Go ahead.
All right. Silver is shiny. Silver is shiny. Silver is shiny.
Yes, that's great. You misinterpreted exactly what I was requesting, but we'll take it all day long, and on Sundays as well. Well, hey, Tegan, I appreciate this. Has been an enlightening conversation. Let's reconvene on Tuesday at 6:15 p.m. sharp, and let's close this deal, because I think we're good. Because I'm very fascinated with this Brandon character, and I wanna pursue this to the next level. How's that sound? Is that good?
Yeah, we can talk on Tuesday. Let me ask you this real quick before I let you go.
Sure.
Are you trying to do a line of credit or a cash advance or equipment financing?
I'm an easygoing guy. Whatever you think is going to be the path of most resistance, I'm all for it. Whatever we can do. All right.
Okay, so I'll tell you what. I'm going to shoot you 2 emails to your email real
Well,
quick.
look. I'm going to stop you right there. I know you're Army, and I appreciate your service, but I don't want to be shot. You just send them to me, okay?
Absolutely. I'll go ahead and send you 2 emails. The first is going to be an application, The second's going to be a welcome letter. If you could just do the application and to the welcome letter, respond with your last 3 months of business bank statements. When you send them back to me by Tuesday at 6:15 your time, 5:15 my time, I should have a couple offers for you.
Sweet home, Pennsylvania. That sounds great. Now, I will say this: if you want to shoot them over with NATO rounds, the 5.56, it's fine because they hurt much less than the hollow points or the armor piercing rounds. Okay.
Absolutely. I'll do that instead because my 45 is tipped with actual silver tipped hollow points.
Oh wow! There you go. All right. They kill the werewolves. All right. Thank you. Sound good, Tegan. We'll talk to you Tuesday. All right.
No problem.
Bye bye. Oh man, I can't help but think that I'm entertaining the loan scammers too. But hey, whenever I waste their time, they're not going to waste other people's times or to scam other people. Anyways, all right, let's see here. Let's see here. All right, I think probably if not tonight, maybe tomorrow, Silver Wolverine, we shall see. And Dust Devil Stacker says, I started last March to diversify and be more of my own bank, also to have direct access to my assets. All right, there you go. And by the way, through this, thank you all, everyone who super chatted. Thank you guys. I was kind of in the middle of a roll with the scammer. I tried to implement as much as I could. I love that. Dove Season, $5. First investor, up yours. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. That's awesome. You guys are great. And thank you, Lars Job. Appreciate that. All right. The super chatters of the night. Thank you so much. Let's pull ahead here. Diversify, be more of your own bank. That's a wonderful Dust Devil Stacker. Mark Lewis has been keeping up with his New Year's resolution to watch every single video that I post this year. And so far, he's done it. Way to go, Mark Lewis. He says, because I have trouble not spending cash, but I won't sell silver or gold, so it's a little added savings account. I mostly stack silver. I need to add more gold this year. Thanks, Al. Thank you, Mark. Way to go, brother. All right. That's right. Good to see you. Welcome. And thank you. Sterling Cannabis is exactly right. But go straight on through. It's not going to cause any that much damage as a mushroom from the hollow point. All right. Eli says, I agree. Silver is going to drop further, especially in the first quarter. Yes. Although today it rose up like crazy. But anyways, Liquid Electrum. I just like the shiny. Great video. Thank you, Liquid Electrum. And thank you for your super chat, my friend. Yes, indeed. All right. Hello, Stephanie S. By the way, Stephanie S. Been a long time since we've seen Stephanie. How you doing? Could have had a V8. You caught me right in the middle of a scam call. But I also would have seen you sooner. But thank you for being here, Stephanie. All right. So good to see you. And JF is here. Welcome. Good to see you. El Nino, what is it that you and Silver Wolverine channel? What's planned tomorrow? Check out Silver Wolverine. You'll see what I'm talking about. We had a little challenge on this live stream. I don't have time to explain it right now, but hopefully he will in his video tomorrow. Leap7N says, I stack precious metals as a savings account because our government is actively working at degrading our standard of living via tax, the theft of our most precious resource, which is our time. I stack because I feel like our government is trying to destroy my family's generational wealth via inflation. Exactly right. Very right. And they are doing this all on purpose in the name of diversity, inclusion, and equity. Exactly. Boom. You're right on target there, brother. And much love to you too, Stephanie. So glad you're here. Missed you. Let's see here. I don't want my family to be reduced to dirt farming peasants when I'm gone because of evil people in high places feel like us Americans seem to be equaled out to a level of prosperity equal to some third world nation. I basically stack because I see our government as a threat to my family and descendants, and it's my best way to protect them financially as a man. I'm almost 10 years into the metals wagon. Well done, Leap7N, and great comment. Yes, indeed. All right. And we've got Steve C. Because it's fun, and maybe I'll have protection when the crap hits the fan. I started stacking in 2019 after watching one of your videos. Well, thank you, Steve C. I'm honored and humbled, and I appreciate you taking the time to watch. All right, this is the community post that I did here. He says, when I take a good look hard at the Democratic Party base, I see people who are disproportionately those who feel the need for financial and emotional support. There's all certain of these identity groups. Surprisingly, those who actually run and manage the base typically have little in common with the base. That's true, exactly. That's the way it is. That's the thing. That's what socialism is about. So you're exactly right. All right, and let's see here. We've got Chuck Stacks was trading metals on Forex for 10 years. Wow, that's interesting. On the Forex for 10 years. Changed to physical stacking last year because the story about buying gas with the 1964. Totally addicted now after holding and seeing the shiny treasure. It really is a different mindset when you actually see it and can hold it physically for yourself. It's a huge difference. That's right. Very good. Great comment. All right, let's get Matt, and I appreciate all of you guys being here. And thanks for putting up with me, too. I know I like to joke around a lot, and I apologize if I offend anybody, but hey, on these live streams, it's a lot more fancy and free, and I tend to speak my mind a little bit more openly, especially politically at times. But mostly, I responded to some of people's comments here, but some people take offense and they leave. That's what that community post was about. Crispy Crink, security and safety. My grandfather was from Germany. He kept a roof over his family's head because of gold. He was able to buy passage for my grandmother and my oldest uncle to the U.S. when the Reich was established with gold. The German mark was worth less than toilet paper. When my father grew up, constitutional silver was still minted for circulation. He never spent any of it. He was always looking to break the dollar for a change. On top of that, he bought silver every chance he got. During the crap show of the 70s, he was laid off twice, but was still able to pay the mortgage on time and keep us fed because of what he stacked. Now I do the same. Been stacking silver and gold before I was finished with high school in the 80s. Still kicking myself, wishing I had bought even more gold at less than $300 an ounce. Crispy Crink, well done. Great story. That's so amazing and so encouraging to see your experiences with stacking. All right. Guess Who Game says only silver because it's the most undervalued. All right, there you go. Thank you for your thoughts on that. And we have Gunmetal Blue, because I posted this video this morning. Why do you stack gold and silver? If you've not seen this video, I encourage you to check it out. And I'm curious to see what your reasons are in the comment section below. My Gunmetal Blue. My primary reason to stack is I don't trust our government of our banks or our banks. The secondary reason I stack is history tells us that fiat currencies fail, and when they do, ones that hold fiat lose value. Take, for instance, Venezuela, Zimbabwe, Weimar, Hungary, French Revolution, Song Dynasty, Rome, and many others in between. A common denominator in these failures is that most of these currencies were devalued to pay for years or for wars that should not have been fought. It should only be foolish and insane to think that the U.S. would not be any difference for the history not to repeat. That's true. But I will say that some of it is not only that, but much of it as well as corruption at the top level. And by the way, in the case of Venezuela, it falls squarely on socialism as well. All right. All right. Now, normally I'm in a hurry tonight, but I've got to show you something real quick here. Just a second. Everybody stay here. Do nobody leave right now. Nobody leave. This is something extremely important that I need to show. I normally don't do this, but I'm doing it now. This is Alan Gold's coin that he had commissioned and made. This is the coin that Alan Gold had commissioned and made specifically for himself. This is it. So if you want to get this coin, this high premium 1 ounce colorized New Way silver My Little Pony coin for $105, you can thank Alan Gold for it. That's right. This is Alan Gold's dream coin. He loves it so much. He had this commission through the governments to get this thing done and coined. In the island of Niue with the Queen's face on it, My Little Pony. Yes, indeed. There it is. All right. Just wanted to share this with you guys because this is an Alan Gold invention, and I just had to show it. Yes, indeed. It's a beautiful piece, indeed. That's right. Beautiful, beautiful piece. He loves it. He loves every minute. He loves it. Look at this. Look at the description. One of Alan Gold's longest-running toy lines, My Little Pony, began with a humble horse doll with a brushable tail and mane with a strange sexual history. Now, all right, now enough of that. Having a little bit of fun here with Alan Gold. All right, Alan Gold loves those rainbows. He's a Rainbow Coalition guy. Oh my goodness gracious. AJ Rahil says, well done, Russia, using real money, not toilet paper. All right, well, yes indeed. We'll see. Not yet. I know they don't have it yet. They don't have that gold standard yet. But anyways. And Maslam seems like a good idea at the time. There you go. Hey, it's never a bad idea to find something that's a good idea. That's what I always say. All right. And JS here says the following. Let's get this thing going here. I stack because I'm an old soul and understand the value of real money. Started over 50 years ago. For about 5,000 years, a daily wage was a 10th ounce of silver, and that was enough to support a family. I look at each ounce as 10 days of someone else's labor, and and that's less than $30 an ounce. That's bargain. History repeats. Have you tried to hire an employee lately? Yes. I will be lazy in my old age. Well, I don't know that it was 5,000 years. It was 10,000, but for a lot of history it was. But that was at a time when history was, or silver, there's a lot less silver mined. Most of the silver that has been mined, the vast majority of it has been mined since 1900. Let's see here. All right, very good. And we've got wealth preservation from Silver Dude. Yeah, if you need to get my attention, type out at salivate metal with no space in between, spelled correctly, and I'll see it. We've got a lot going on tonight. I'm not going to be in here quite as long, so I want to try to get through as many of these comments again, but I do want to answer your chat side too. So if you want to get my attention, then let me know. Just put my name. I don't want to miss it if you're trying to get my attention on something. All right. Be my own bank. Strike Bullion says, great answer. That is an awesome answer. That's the way to do it. You be your own bank. It's very empowering to have real money that's been tested for thousands of years with silver and gold. Amen, brother. Amen. All right. Let's see here. Edited 3 months ago says, I have been chosen by God to stack. I lost a lot of weight and gained it in silver bullion. Good job. Edited 3 months ago. For years, I've been wondering why houses can make more money than someone with a job, and yet there's still plenty of houses. Yeah. Yep. True that. Living Art. If you had to start stacking again now, what would you buy and why? Oh man, good question. I would probably, if I had to start stacking right now, all over again, I would probably bars, kind of what I'm stacking right now, and I'm buying bars. I'm buying silver bars. I'm buying gold. I probably would buy more gold than silver, but I don't know. But at this time, given the gold to silver ratio, I don't know. I'd studied the gold to silver ratio a bit. It is unusually high. However, there is a new normal, I think, for the gold to silver ratio. But I would probably still stack both metals. But I probably would still, given what I know now, if I was starting now, even with platinum going up to where it is now, platinum is over $1,100, or it's at $1,100 right now. I would probably still stack a little bit of platinum too, even if I was just starting right now. So that's kind of what I would do. All right. Let's see here. Okay. 70 degrees where Stephanie is in her garden. Oh, man, that's nice. I'm jealous. Nice and warm where Stephanie is. All right. Jeff Cabanese says here. Let's see here. He's been collecting coins since I was a kid in the 70s. Would go to a bank and get rolls of coins and pick out the silver ones. My great-granddaddy and granddaddy ran a country store, and granddaddy kept a lot of silver. He gave me my first Morgan silver dollar, and that's where the big started. Bought my first gold coin in 2009 when I got the 2009 Ultra High Relief. Way to go, the St. Gaudens Ultra High Relief. That's amazing. Didn't really start stacking silver until 2015 and started accumulating silver rounds and bars. Got away from it until this year and have really been in it heavily since October, and then stacking silver and gold because we have a corrupt and evil government that is working against the people. They are working in tandem with the globalists. They have stated that they don't want us to own anything, so the financial system will fail at some point, and dollar will become worthless. World is becoming more evil, and evil people do evil things, and this will create the instability of the world. When there is instability, gold does well. I want to protect my savings. That is why I stack silver and gold. God's money will always be around. and used to conduct commerce. Well said, Jeff. Thank you so much. All right. Very good. Very good. All right. Culture of currency. When will the U.S. Mint start following suit with other world mints and create some fresh series? Only when Congress gives them the legislation to do so. The problem the United States Mint has is that they are hampered by Congress. They can do very little. They can create silver medals whenever they want, and they can create gold coins under the approval of the Secretary of Treasury without congressional approval. But at the same time, the Mint really doesn't have time to really develop a whole lot of new stuff outside of the congressionally mandated stuff. Why do they not have the time? Culture of currency, because they're too busy trying to keep up with demand for silver eagles. Even in a normal year, there is so many silver eagles minted compared to the other bullion coins in the world. This is why they don't even need to do anything else, because people stack so much of that stuff. I mean, it'd be nice if they did more, but they don't really need to because they're selling so much of the other stuff. Jeff Reynolds, I've posted videos about copper. So just search my channel for copper, but I do have opinions about copper. But I don't have time to go into it right now. But if you search my channel, you will see why I like it and why I don't like to stack it, at least on some level. Anyways, all right. All right, good comment. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all. Very good. All right, the great 666 CID says here, 2 years ago, I came into a Lisette Lang video. I think he meant to say Lynette Zhang from Gold IRA Blueprint. I went down the rabbit hole looking at Silver Dragon, then Silver Slayer, then Salivate Metal. You four inspired me to turn half my inheritance into silver. And today I'm a Wall Street silver ape. Wow, well, I thank you so much. Although the great 666 CID, I don't know that I would have encouraged you to do that, although I did it. And I'm still actually have not fully recovered my losses from cashing out my IRA, one of them. But I think it's a good idea to diversify. You just took half of it out, so that's good. But I think it's good that you're getting into silver, and that's amazing. And thank you so much. All right. Very, very good. And let's march ahead here. We've got checks, and thank you again. I appreciate that, my friend. Check Stank X on yesterday's video says, I'm just buying $10 every day of SLV stock to dollar cost average, and once my investment reaches $1,500, I'm going to sell my shares and purchase physical silver. All right. Very good. All right. We shall see what happens. Yes, indeed. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Silver Wolverine. Have a wonderful evening. You guys make sure to check out Silver Wolverine's video for tomorrow at 11 a.m. It's going to be epic. It's going to be epic indeed. And Eric Hoffner is here. Hello, Eric. So good to see you. I'm glad you are here, Eric. And good crowd here tonight. I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the thumbs up. We're getting closer to 100 thumbs up tonight. If we can get to that, it would be wonderful and tasty and delicious. We were expecting another scammer call, but they wigged out on us and didn't call at the allotted time. Argenta has got a comment here. Argenta says, in 2018, I purchased 3 tubes of ugly milk spotted 1 ounce silver maples from the online dealer for $17.81 a coin, and they had originally been sold in 2012 for $35 a coin. So I thought we were near the bottom, and I may make a few dollars on them in a few years, or even been ugly. They're still worth melt value. That's exactly right. Sums up a lot of my purchases over the years. Weight over quality, as most of it will be sold at melt price. That's right, Argenta. Exactly right. You did the right thing. All right, very good. All right, let's march ahead to the next episode. Next comment from Mazda Fierlo 11 says the following. Started 5 years ago, mainly for the reason I had the funds to do so, and after my buddy was also telling me to buy it for years. I'm happy I got it when it was much cheaper, 60-40 gold, and now I consider it life insurance due to current events going on in the country and beyond. I pray I'll be able to use it for retirement. There you go. Yes, indeed. Good to have it for insurance. Coins A to Z, the great Coins A to Z is here with us right now. Welcome to you, Coins A to Z. Hope you're doing well, sir. Good to see you. A Canadian Silver Surfer. Hey, Sal, great video. I started stacking 5 months ago. I've been stacking silver for so far because gold costs $2,500 an ounce on the average up here in Canada. So I could buy 2 kilos of silver for that money. I understand. Yep, I totally get it. Things are a lot more expensive in Canada as far as precious metals prices. All right, very good. Good job. Thank you, Canadian Silver Surfer. All right. You guys are great. Welch Coast Services here. Yeah, Milk Spots is like the RCM's security feature. That's exactly right. Very, very true. Okay. We've got Eugene here says a stacking metal is an interesting bearing savings in a currency that's always accepted everywhere. For everything else, there's MasterCard. That's right. Exactly. And the thing is, silver, if anybody understands the value of metals, it will be accepted everywhere. All right. Let's see here. I started stacking silver, says BJ, a stand ball, and since June 2021. Oh, here comes a scammer. Hold that thought. Here comes a scammer. Hello?
This is a courtesy call for AT&T
All right.
and DirecTV.
We know what number to
Thank you
press.
for your response. We would now like to transfer you to a poll taker for just a few more questions.
Okay, get to it.
Please stay on the line.
Ah, dang it. That's what happens. I get a lot more of those when they hang up. Rich Runner, welcome. Good to see you. Good to see you guys. Joe Little is here. All right. Let's see here. We got BJ. So I started stacking since June 21. All right, way to go. That's a good time to get in there. And says, and most will not believe why I started, and I would think it was a nut for doing so. And to be honest, I thought it was nuts as well. For 2 weeks, I kept hearing in my spirit to buy 30 pieces of silver, even up until 15 minutes before I purchased my first piece of silver because I was living off my Navy disability and didn't think I could afford to do so. But it's been 19 months since I started, and I've been very blessed that the Spirit has helped me accumulate over 2,200 ounces of silver. Wow! 2,200 ounces of silver and a half ounce of gold during this time, and I purchased either each month when the Spirit leaves me or when the market dips. Each time the market gets manipulated by the whales, I get woken up to purchase more silver and do whatever the Spirit wills me to do. By faith alone do I stack. Smiles. Interesting, BJ. All right. Wild. So that's the most unusual motivation for stacking, although I don't think it's uncommon. I think the Lord could lead us to do things that are fiscally responsible as well. But thank you, BJ, for sharing your experience there. Welcome. Yes, indeed. I think some of the scammers probably do know me. That's right, Evil One. Good to see you. Welcome, everybody. Good crowd here tonight. I appreciate you guys being here. We are 11 thumbs up away from 100 likes on this live stream. Ronnie Black, I started buying silver about a year ago because I thought it would be cool to have some. Once I held it in my hand, I did a little research and realized its value. So glad I did because I've never considered stacking. In the past year, I've learned more about the precious metals, and it clicked. It just made sense to owning it and holding some real money instead of holding paper debt notes that lose value. That's right, Ronnie. Well done. Well said. All right. Yeah, you guys are great. And good to see you. Hey, there you go. Liquid Electrum is here. Love Liquid Electrum. Appreciate it. And he's coming to us from the Fun Show. Yes, indeed. Bruce, I have only one reason that I collect precious metals, because it's the new cash when the government goes to digital. And I'm sure that you're intelligent to figure out the rest for yourself. Exactly right, Bruce. I've done plenty of videos on that very topic, indeed. And mark my words, it's coming in some form or another. And we should be prepared for it, or prepared. I like to say prepared just for gits and shiggles. JBL, Bank of England turned Venezuela gold to Britannia's a long time ago. All right, there you go. Got the rehypothecation. Jim C says, here, I started stacking 55 years ago. Wow. It's a long time. 55 years she's been stacking as a store of wealth and as a savings account with no third-party risk. 10 years ago, I became disabled, and now I stack to fight being bored all the time. There you go, Jim C. Well, there you go. Enjoy it. And that is one good thing about stacking, is you can enjoy the different varieties. And I'm praying that your disability will heal up and maybe you won't be anymore. Thank you, Jim C. All right, praying for you. Thank you, sir. All right. Honey, dude, do you not understand or know that a human put the numbers in the system? Honey, no, I do not understand it. Please explain it to me. The numbers, human put the numbers in the system. What system? What are you talking about? Chuck, 555, I stack solely because I don't trust this administration and the fiat currency. Amen, brother. Definitely good enough. The swing of silver price has been really crazy. Sure has been, Rocky. It's been nuts. Crazy. Exciting in one way, but kind of nerve-wracking in another way. Thank you, Rocky Superstar. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. Always appreciate Rocky Superstar. And, which, by the way, he's got a channel too, and he live streams. And it's fun. He's a great guy. Love Rocky. Tobacco Row. In 2015, I bought silver for my first time. And good stuff in the bug out bad 10th and 20 10th and 20 quarter-ounce rounds. Now I just buy really dirty Morgans, 2 per month, and I clean them off really dirty to see what's underneath all that dirt. Twice now I have found an uncirculated gem mint state. Hope to pass them along to my 2 kids. There you go. Also stack and clean Indian head pennies as a behavior modification to replace the beer that used to get me into so much trouble. Only trouble in cleaning pennies is coin collectors getting really pissed off trying to tell me what to do. No, I hear you. And I'm assuming you're buying just cull stuff and stuff that's in junk, you know. Hey, but you could find a gem in there that you would, and once you find out the value of it, would be you probably would be kicking yourself for cleaning it. But I digress. All right, very good. And we've got JJ. Come on, man, you must really identify with people that suffer from dementia. Exactly, it's crazy. This is the community post. Check it out if you know what I'm talking about. All right, there you go. And Tobacco Row is another thing. $100 for the gold. Just say I got a little. There you go. Good job, Tobacco Row. The Sarge, due to a death in the family, I will be out for the next for a while. All right, well, I'm so sorry, Sarge. Very apologize for that, and praying for you and your family. My deepest condolences to you, sir. Tobacco Row says, I don't think I'm going to be stacking gold because there's nothing to clean. No cleaning, no angry people trying to boss me around. Where's the fun in that, Sal? That's right, exactly. All right. No singing aloud, Sal. I won't be singing tonight. Okay, no singing aloud. We can't have that. Good to see Dennis is here. Good crowd here tonight. I appreciate you guys joining me here. Thanks for the thumbs up. We're over 102. And with a good crowd here, I wish I could stay longer. But we strive. I stream every Tuesdays, every Friday, and every Sunday, at least at 6 p.m. Eastern time. So Sunday night should be very, very interesting when the markets open up. So I hope you all will join me there. But anyways, Steel Wing, it's a currency insurance. It is fungible, requires human labor and massive amounts of energy to obtain. Like classical music, it's perfectly understood universally. I grew tired of the hamster wheel, couldn't understand why our lifestyle wasn't exorbitant, but the debt just seemed to pile up more and more. Any sense of progress was robbed by the overlords through money printing and free handouts to useless eaters. That's right. And by the way, Steel Wing, you are talking about socialism right there. That's what socialism is about. And some people are actually defending that with regards to Maduro in Venezuela, which is just insane to me. And then he correctly quotes J.P. Morgan, gold is money and everything else is credit. That's right. Sick tired. Guess what silver is up right now? That's right. It's up right now. It sure is. It's crazy. All right. Very good. And we've got Ursa Minor says here. Okay, let's see here. Paused at explore. I have silver in some small quantity because it's my favorite metal due to its physical, chemical, and biological interactive properties, but also as an SHTF hedge because it's simple and straightforward, even if the premiums suck. I got a gold ring and a reward for convincing someone to marry me, and she still has hers too. It's a consolidation prize for marrying me. I'm fascinated in gold as money. I'm more interested in fringe crypto than gold for that purpose. Gold is as rare as bismuth and often derived from the same tailings with a bunch of other stuff. Gold is cheaply produced and cheaply owned if you choose the right miners. To hold gold is to hope for a catastrophe because it's an archaic metal that would best serve in an apocalyptic situation. Should buy an ounce of gold. There you go. I told you with a silver and gold, I'm going to buy an ounce of a price dip. Sorry, very good post, Ursa Minor. Thank you. Well thought out. Definitely. All right, very good. Now we've got Sterling Cannabis, who I think might still be in with us tonight, in spite of all my ramblings here. Let's see here. Let me get over here to this. He says, I've been stacking for just under 4 years now. I don't know why I was thinking he was stacking longer than that, but that's cool. When I was in primary school, I was in the coin club 60 years ago. I already knew what real money was. For years, I just got a glimpse of what is coming. I stack because I have never had an abundance of money. There's a gold standard coming. The metals value honest many times what they are priced at today. When the banks and the cabal are removed, the metal will find their true nominal value. I expect that gold will be valued at a minimum of $50,000 an ounce. Yeah, you don't agree, but will not consider an economy without the central banks. Yeah, I just think it's right now the system is too entrenched, Sterling Cannabis, and think of it as the administrative state. Otherwise, what we like to call the deep state. All right, so you have the deep state. The deep state is heavily entrenched, and you think that's bad. Look at the banking system. Look at the globalist society that we've got. Look at how deeply entrenched those roots run very deep. It's going to take a lot to get it unstuck or reformed it. It just is not going to happen. It won't happen in my lifetime, and it won't happen in Sterling Cannabis' lifetime either. Sadly enough, I hate to break it to you, that's just the reality. I would love for that to be the case. It should be the case, but it's going to take a literal miracle for something like that to happen. But I'm with you on the wishful thinking. That would be nice, but it just isn't going to happen. Jeremy S., it is God's money, the money of the earth. No other reason for me. There you go. There you go. And I'll go back to say this. Unless there is a massive crash, like a flash, a complete crash of the economy, the dollar, and the global economy, then I think you will see some go back to a gold standard. I don't even know that the U.S. would. I still think they may try to push something that they can manipulate. I still think that even in a dramatic crash, I think that they would, if the whole system were to collapse tomorrow, I still think they would try to reform it in their image. And what is their image? Theirs is an image of corruption and control and manipulation. I'm talking about the feds, the government, the politicians, all of them. But yeah. So it'd be very interesting. And Sterling Cannabis, I think, and I'm going on about this because Sterling Cannabis has pointed me to something that I thought was quite fascinating. Actually, my jaw dropped when I saw this, but I still don't think it's going to happen. But I'm surprised it got as far as it did. But if what Sterling Cannabis, what he shared with me does happen, and it shocked me that got as far as it did, it got up to the docket in the Supreme Court. I'm not going to say anything about it here because for obvious reasons. But that was supposed to happen today, from what I understand. But I just don't think it's going to do anything. But I don't think it's going to amount to anything. I think it's going to be, well, they say it's going to be heard, but I don't know. Anyways, let's see here. All right, very good. Okay, let's see here. Sound of Silver episode 3. Still thinking about how to approach it. Because it's not going to be the one I'm thinking about, El Nino. It's going to take a little bit of planning and setting up, and I just haven't gotten to the point of enough time to make that happen yet. But stay tuned. I can't give you a time, but I have not forgotten about you, El Nino. I have not forgotten about you. Super Leaf. Speaking of which, somebody asked me about the Super Leaf maple, and I'm probably going to do a video on it sometime in the near future. Super Leaf, I started my stacking journey 2 years ago after I retired after 50 years of age. Congratulations at such a young age. My home was paid off. I have little expenses these days and have a regular passive income to draw from. Way to go. My reason for stacking is gold, silver, platinum is to build and preserve a tidy inheritance for my 2 kids. Not only does he have 2 kids, he has 2 children too. I have aggressively set and met most short-term goals, accumulating 15 ounces of gold, 5 ounces of platinum, and just over 1,500 ounces of silver. Way to go. I mostly enjoy the knowledge I've obtained during this journey, not only about PMs, but also about the factors of the world that will ultimately reap a great feeding of knowing I'm on the right path. There you go, Superleaf. Well done, well said. You are the man. Very good, Superleaf. D. Peterson, Revelations 3:18. I counsel thee to buy of me gold tried in the fire, that thou mayest be rich. All right, there you go. Like it. Very good. It's in the Bible. LD Tush says Biden's presidency is well, I can't even say that. The corruption will continue to play out. I believe things are about to get good. Crap will start to fly. Godspeed, Sal. Keep up the good work. Thank you, LD. Appreciate it. Chris Pinter, my grandfather. Okay, there you go. Inspired by your relatives. That's awesome. Very, very cool. NC Stacker. I stack mainly for savings, but also have a small part for collection. There you go. Nice. Nicely done. Hey, you guys prospecting. Hello. Welcome. Good to see you. Welcome. Glad you're here. Yeah, it is sad we can't talk openly, especially with regards to this. And I got to say something, too. Another community channel has been stricken, unfortunately, for an old video that they did. And it's just a shame. It's absolutely horrible what they're doing. Junius Maltby got a community strike, so he's out for weeks for an old video that he recorded, I think, over 2 years ago or something like that, and that is just ridiculous. All right. Tim Harris says, started in October, budget stacker just past 100 ounces of silver, 1 ounce of gold. I started because I can see what the criminals are up to, and I need to protect my boys. There you go. Yes, indeed. All right. Very good. All right. James Farrell says, when I was a kid in Scotland, I was always fascinated with buried gold and treasure. When I came gold and silver treasure to the U.S., I was landed a good job in the U.S. Extra money. I purchased my first sovereign. That was the start of, and now I have 2 tubes now amongst a large collection of gold and silver coins and bars. Could not have fulfilled my dream in Scotland. Way to go, James. And that's amazing. I think that says something about the opportunities that are here and the free market enterprise system that we have here in the United States. So well done, James Farrell. Way to go. All right. Thank you, Stephanie. Blowing kisses to you. Yes, indeed. You guys are great. This is a wonderful community. You guys are awesome. Let's see here. All right. And my kid's future, says Jim McDonough. There you go. That was, there it is. Stacking for the future. Good motivation indeed. Wayne Wentworth, for me, precious metals like gold and silver is protection against inflation. There you go. Way to go. Is this fake news or is silver up today? Yes. Perkunas T, I did a video, a follow-up with an update about the markets today. So the thing is, at Perkunas, you got to look at when the video was published. I had several people comment on this that, hey, what are you talking about? Silver is up. Well, look at the published date of when the videos were made. You know, that they expire pretty quickly. The markets move fast. Liberal tears. All right, very good. Thank you. Yes, indeed, Bullet. I hear you. I don't know what it was, but the guy that unsubscribed to me was frequently in the live streams. He was in this live stream. I thought he understood me, but he decided to unsubscribe and take a parting shot because I said something that he didn't like about Joe Biden. Tucson Bubba says, I stack metals because they're there. There you go. It's what I do. I love that, Tucson Bubba. Way to go. All right. The global warmer. I stack gold and silver because I do not have faith in the dollar. Yes, I'm required to transact in the dollar because everybody else does, but I do not have faith in it. Exactly. Same here. That's exactly right. Good reason. A global warmer. Yes, indeed. A liquid electrum. Did you read the one about the kid who used his inheritance on metal? It's coming up, long one, but really good. Wow. Shoot, and unfortunately I have to leave here pretty soon. Dang it. Man, let's see here. Let me see here. Let me do Alcapato Rectors. Brandon ran 3 times for president. That's right. He did run 3 times. Somebody else pointed that out to me. A very short-lived campaign in 2008 where he got 1% of the vote in Iowa at the caucus. Yes, indeed. All right. I don't know where this comment is here about the inheritance. And I'm actually running low on time. I got to head out of here. But Anyways, well, guys, we have got a great crowd here tonight, and unfortunately, I have to go. But every single person here watching, if you could press that thumbs up button, it would be a great help. And I appreciate you taking the time to be here. We will be back here on Sunday night. It's going to be an interesting night. The markets always are fascinating after a dramatic move the Friday before. We had a very dramatic move the Friday before and a dramatic move the day before that. Yes, indeed. All right, very good. Hello, El Nino. Yes, indeed. Thank you. And Alma Balls. Hello, welcome to you. Annie Oakley is here. Good to see you, Annie. Hello, Alma Balls. Good to see you. Thank you, guys. So, you guys, thank you very much. So, please come on Sunday night, okay? Sunday night at 6 p.m. We'll have more fun, and we'll look at the markets. We'll answer more comments. We'll engage with you guys in the chat. You guys are wonderful. I tell you what, more than ever, I appreciate each and every one of you taking your time out to be here. It means so much to me. You guys are awesome, and it's like we're a family, and thanks for putting up with me and having a good time. You guys are awesome. Have a wonderful evening and a great weekend. Be safe. And I want to leave you with this sage piece of advice, and that is this: to keep your feet on the stars and keep reaching for the ground. Take care, all.